Hey guys, and welcome to this new challenge in NBA 2K26 where we will have 4 teams competing against each other in a 3-season shootout. What do I mean by that? We're gonna simulate with the New York Knicks, the San Antonio Spurs, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Minnesota Timberwolves 3 seasons in NBA 2K and see which of those teams can win the most titles. If you like that concept, let me know in the comments, then we can do this again with like 5 seasons or 10 seasons. But now we're gonna start trying it with 3 seasons each team. For the first season, I'm not going to do anything until the trade deadline. So we have Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, Towns, McBride, Shamet, Alvarado, Kolek, and Diawara, Cahill, Clarkson, Dadier, Jones, Drummond, and Nickel. And yeah, let's see how we will perform until the trade deadline. At the trade deadline, we have 27 wins, 23 losses. That's not good at all. Brunson doing 25 points, 5.4 assists, 2.7 rebounds. Karl Anthony Towns 21 and 11, a double-double. Mikal Bridges is almost averaging 15 points. Anunoby 11.4, so I guess we need to do something for our bench scoring. In this challenge, I don't want to trade the key players from each team, so Karl Anthony Towns, Anunoby, Bridges, and Brunson, or at least Brunson, Towns, and Anunoby are not going to be touched. We're gonna take Jabari Walker and Ariel Horty for Jordan Clarkson and Andrew Drummond, giving away a second-round pick. Okay, we're trying to trade a first-round pick swap and 2 future first-round picks, plus Diawara and Tyler Kolek against Keyshawn George and Trey Kaufman-Wren, and they agreed to our offer. At the end of the season, we have Wemby as most valuable player, we have Cameron Boozer as Rookie of the Year, TJ McConnell Sixth Man, Victor Wembanyama Defensive Player of the Year, Reza Shea Most Improved, Luka Doncic Clutch Player, Mika Nori Coach of the Year, John Murphy Executive of the Year, and Ja Morant NBA Cup MVP. In the playoffs, we're going to play Brunson 38, we're going to play Bridges, Anunoby, we're going to play Josh Hart over Keyshawn George, play Anthony Towns at the center position, and have George, McBride, Shamet, and Alvarado come from the bench. We're going to cut Alvarado, I guess, and give some more minutes to the bench players and to Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart, simulating the play-in if we can beat the #1 seed, the Toronto Raptors. Quickly, Barrett, Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Poeltl versus Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns. Toronto wins the first. We win the second. We win the third. We win the fourth. And we win in 5 against the #1 seed. In the second round, we have to face off against Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Max Strus, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Let's see how this will go for us. 1-0 for the Cavs. 1-1. 2-1 for the Cavs, 3-1 for the Cavs, 3-2, 3-3, and we have been eliminated in 7. And as Western Conference Finals MVP, Cunningham is Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and in the end, Cade Cunningham wins the championship as Finals MVP with the Detroit Pistons. We're gonna trade Josh Hart and our 3 second-round picks this year for Jaden Quentons and Terrace Reed. We're gonna accept all our team options. We're gonna offer Hook Porty a qualifying offer. Trey Kaufman-Wren and Tyler Nickel can leave us. Okay, I decided to not re-sign Hook Porty. We have Terrace Reed now. We're gonna sign Vucevic as backup. We're gonna sign Jeremy Grant as backup, and we're gonna sign Grant Williams as backup. Going into the second regular season, let's see if this is going the right direction. And it seems like 15, 16, 18, and 2. Okay, let's see how this works out at the end of the season. We're only second ranked in our conference with a record of 39 and 12, but we're not gonna do anything since that record is really, really good. We have Brunson averaging 30 points, Towns again with a double-double, Bridges 17.7, Anunoby was 12.4 and 4.5, Grant was 11.3, Keyshawn George 7.4, 5.5, and 4. I really like that. We're gonna re-sign Brunson. In the end, we win 59 games. I guess we're second in our conference. Wemby wins the MVP award. Tyron Stokes Rookie of the Year. DeJounte Murray Sixth Man. Victor Wembanyama Depoy. Boozer Most Improved. Jason Tatum, clutch player. JB Bickerstaff is coach of the year. Christian Bartlett is executive of the year. And Kate Cunningham, NBA Cup MVP. Like I said, we are the second seed in the Eastern Conference, right behind the Detroit Pistons, simulating the play-ins. So let's see if we can beat Atlanta Hawks in round number 1. Kingston Flemings, Anthony Simons, Jalen Johnson, Ethel Newell, and Onyeka Okongwu. We win the first. We win the second. We lose the third. We lose the fourth. We win the fifth. We lose the sixth. And we win in 7. It's unbelievable. How close. Against the Magic in the second round, Anthony Plagg, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, and Rocco Sikarski at the center position. Seems like a rookie. We win the first. We win the second. We lose the third. We win the fourth. And we win in 5. And now we have to face off against the Detroit Pistons, Kate Cunningham, Calvin Johnson, Osar Thompson, Ron Holland, and Jalen Duren. And yeah, I don't like facing off with Kate Cunningham in that game. We win the first, we lose the second, we win the third, we go up 3-1, and we win in 5. It's unbelievable. Second season, and we have our first chance at a championship. Holmgren Western Conference Finals MVP, Towns Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And now we have to face the Oklahoma City Thunder, SGA, Jared McCain, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and Isaiah Hartenstein. The Thunder take the first, we take the second, we take the third, the Thunder take the fourth. This is so important, this game, and the Thunder win the fifth and win the championship in the end. SGA's Finals MVP, we can look at our playoff statistics. Brunson averaging 28, Towns averaging a double-double, Bridges 17.7, we have Anunoby with 11.6, Grant with 10 points, McBride with 9.8, George with 6.6, 4.3, and I guess 3.1 assists, so yeah, let's see. We have one more season to at least win one championship with the New York Knicks. We're not gonna sign our second round pick, Christian Forbes. We're going to the team options and accept both. All of our players are gonna get a qualifying offer. We're gonna match the contract for Keyshawn George. We're gonna sign Miles Turner. And then we're gonna re-sign Jack Cale and Dadier. In the player progression, we have Quentin's +5, Turner +1. I guess we're gonna trade McBride, George, and Quentin's for Colin Murray Boyles and RJ Barrett. Let's try this one, which means we will have Grant Williams, we will have Jeremy Grant, Miles Turner, and RJ Barrett from the bench playing Colin Murray Boyles, Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, Bridges, and Brunson. Let's see if this squad can win at least one championship in this run. At a trade deadline, we only have 32 wins and 20 losses. Go into the season stats to the player stats. Yeah, we have Brunson doing well, Towns not averaging a double-double. We have Murray Balls, who's not bringing on the table what I hoped him to bring on. Yeah, let's just see if we can find another trade. Okay, we're gonna try that 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. Bridges and Barrett for Zion Williamson and Trey Murphy. I think this can work for us. This means we have Brunson, Trey Murphy, OG Anunoby, Zion Williamson, and Karl Anthony Towns. Murray Boyles from the bench together with Turner, Grant, and Grant Williams. Let's see if that was the move to make. Giannis playing at the Clippers, winning the MVP. Jamison is Rookie of the Year. DeJounte Murray, Sixth Man. Wemby Depoy, Christian Nutch, Most Improved Player. Luka Doncic, Clutch Player. Tyronn Lue, Coach of the Year. Joshua Burgess, Executive of the Year. And LaMelo Ball, NBA Cup MVP. The Clippers are the first seed in the West. Again, the Pistons are the first seed in the East. We're the second seed again, simulating the play-ins. We're gonna play Brunson, Trey Murphy, Anunoby, Zion Williamson, and Towns, almost 40 minutes, all of them. Then Murray Boyles, Turner, and Grant, an 8-man rotation from the bench. Let's see if this can do it for us. First round against the Cavaliers. Kennedy Chandler, Donovan Mitchell, Jonathan Kuminga, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. We win the first, we win the second, we win the third. The Cleveland Cavaliers get 1 back, they get 2 back, and we can win in 6. Now against the Milwaukee Bucks, Scoot Henderson, Braden Burries, Michael Porter Jr., Nate Amand, and Khalil Ware. we win the first again, we win the second again, we win the third again, and this time we sweep the Milwaukee Bucks. The Indiana Pacers have beaten Detroit in round number 1. This could help us a lot. We have to face off against Orlando Magic, Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and Luka Garza. We win the first, we win the second, we win the third, and we sweep the Magic. LaMelo Ball is Western Conference Finals MVP. Jalen Brunson, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And there's another chance going into our second final in 3 years to win at least one championship in this run. We lose the first. We lose the second, we lose the third, we win the fourth, but the Minnesota Timberwolves beat us in 5. LaMelo Ball is Finals MVP. This means we unfortunately were not able to win a championship in 3 years with the New York Knicks. But the next team is coming right up, and we're moving to the Oklahoma City Thunder. At the Oklahoma City Thunder, we have the core of SGA, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Williams. We won't trade those 3 away, just like Anunoby, Towns, and Brunson at the New York Knicks. So let's see which moves we can make to bring at least 1 or 2 titles home to OKC. The thing is, we have a lot of first round picks with OKC, a lot of second round picks, so we should be fine. Okay, we're gonna trade Thomas Sorbo for Jaden Quentins and a second rounder. Okay, we're gonna move 5 first round picks and Isaiah Hartenstein for Jalen Tyson and Jared Allen. Okay, we're gonna play SGA, Jared McCain, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and Jared Allen. From the bench, AJ Mitchell, Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso, and Jalen Williams. This is absolutely crazy how deep this team is. Even after the trades from Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe. For real, it's crazy. At the trade deadline, we have 40 wins, only 9 losses. Ranked first in our conference. Looking at our player stats, we have SGA with 26. We have Holmgren with a double-double. Jared Allen almost a double-double. Jalen Williams 15.7, 4.85. Then we have Jared McCain almost 14, 3.4 and 3.1. So we can be pretty happy with how this team develops. In the end, we win 68 games. We're ranked first in the Western Conference. Wemby MVP, Boozer Rookie of the Year, Garza 6th Man of the Year for the Boston Celtics, Wemby Depoy, Reza Shea Most Improved, Tyrese Halliburton Clutch Player, Mark Daigneault Coach of the Year, Corey Park Executive of the Year, and Scotty Barnes NBA Cup MVP. Going into the first round against the Houston Rockets, Fred VanVleet, Damon Thompson, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Sengun. Normally, we should win that round 1-0, 2 up, 3 up, and we sweep the Rockets. Second round against LaMelo Ball, Ayo Dosunmu, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, and Rudy Gobert. And this will be a tough one, I guess. We win the first, we lose the second, we win the third, we win the fourth. We win in 5, and now we have to face off against the Portland Trailblazers, Ja Morant, Scoot Henderson, Denny Avdia, Tomani Kamara, and Donovan Clingan. We lose the first, we lose the second, we lose the third, we win the fourth, we win the fifth, and we lose in 6. Henderson is Western Conference Finals MVP, Banchero Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and in the end, the Magic win with a sweep over the Portland Trailblazers and Banchero's Finals MVP. We're gonna trade our second round pick for a Philly second round pick next year. We're gonna accept all of our team options. At a player progression, we have Jared McCain moving up to an 86. We have SGA to 97, Holmgren 91, Topic 81, Tyson 80, Mera +3, Sturts +3, and Quentins +4. Okay, for Jalen Tyson, Nikola Topic, and Alex Caruso, we'll get Alperen Sengun and Justin Champagny. And we have to do that. Okay, we're gonna trade a Demira versus a Golden State first round pick in the future and Chad Howard because we need a shooting guard. Okay, I'm gonna give away 2 future first rounders against the first runner from the Mavericks and John Polakidas because we need a shooting guard backup. So we added Caleb Martin and Dadier, and now we started 7-0 in a new season, in the second season, with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Having the coach's game plan at an 8-man or no, at a 9-man rotation. Cason Wallace, AJ Mitchell, Jared Allen, and Jalen Williams from the bench, while Sengun Holmgren, Jalen Williams, Jared McCain, and SGA play in the starting 5. I'm calling it right now. We're 47-5 at the trade deadline. We have to win the championship this season. In the end, we won 74 games, losing only 8, so playing a better season than the Warriors was their 73-9 season in real life. Wemby's MVP. We have Christian Anderson as the Rookie of the Year. We have De'Aaron Fox as sixth man, Wemby as depoy, Jakob Jonas as most improved, Tyrese Haliburton as clutch player, Eric Maynor is Coach of the Year, Corey Park is Executive of the Year, and Jonathan Kuminga is NBA Cup MVP. We have 7 players averaging double digits. We have Shea, who almost averages 30 points and 8 assists. We have Holmgren almost averaging a double-double. We have Allen averaging 14 and 7. So if we are not able to win the championship this year, then I don't know. Why. First player round, Derek Lively, Morris Johnson Jr., Cooper Fleck, Jaden Ivey, and Davion Mitchell. I'm just gonna simulate the round, and we will win in 7 against the Dallas Mavericks. We have the Golden State Warriors, Kevin Porter Jr., Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Mitchell Robinson. We lose the first, we win the second, we win the third, we win the fourth, and we win in 5. That's pretty good. We're simulating the round, having to face off against Scoot Henderson, Ja Morant, Danny Avdija, Toumani Camara, and Robert Williams III. We take the first, we take the second, we lose the third, we lose the fourth, we win the fifth, and we win in 6. SGA is Western Conference Finals MVP, Cunningham is Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and now we have to face off against the Pistons. Cunningham, Will Richard, Osar Thompson, Ron Holland, and Jalen Duren. We win the first, we lose the second, we lose the third, we win the fourth, we win the fifth, and we win the championship in 6, and we have one more season to win another one. SGA is your finals MVP. I'm gonna trade away all my second rounders this year, a second rounder in the future and a first rounder next year, top 5 protected against 2 first rounders from the Lakers in the future. We're gonna accept our team options. Okay, we're gonna trade away Jared Allen and a second rounder for Walter Clayton Jr. and Trey Jones. We have to do this to give Jared McCain a new contract because we are over the hard cap right now. So we're gonna put him on 30 million and 5 years. And I hope he accepts this contract. He does. Then we're gonna sign 3 more years with Alperen Sengun. We're gonna trade away Walter Clayton and Trey Jones for 2 first-round picks from the Brooklyn Nets in the future. We're gonna sign Turner, Vanderbilt, and Dort. This means we're gonna go into the 3rd season trying to achieve the repeat with SGA, Jared McCain, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Alperen Sengun, AJ Mitchell, Cason Wallace, Jaden Quentins, and Jalen Williams. Let's see if we can do something at the trade deadline, but this will be the 9-man rotation trying to get the repeat. Wemby's MVP, Reynaldo Santos Rookie of the Year, DeJounte Murray 6th man, Wemby depoy, Tyron Stokes Most Improved, Devin Booker Clutch Player, Chris Finch Coach of the Year, Alexander Pannell Executive of the Year, and the Melo Ball NBA Cup MVP. The Wolves are the 1st seed in the West, the Golden State Warriors are the 2nd seed, and we're the 3rd seed. We're going to the coach's game plan, moving to an 8-man rotation, which means we're not going to play Jalen Williams, we're going to play Jaden Quentins, Cason Wallace, and AJ Mitchell in the playoffs, and the rest of the minutes are going right into our starting 5. Playing SGA 40 minutes, McCain 37, Jalen Williams 37, Holmgren 38, Sengun 37, AJ Mitchell, Cason Wallace, and Quentins coming from the bench. The first round against the Dallas Mavericks, Davion Mitchell, Jaden Ivey, Cooper Fleck, Salahin Wendell Carter Jr. It is a very hard matchup against Cooper Fleck every time. 1 up for the Dallas Mavericks, 1-1, 2-1 for the Mavs, 2-2, 3-2 for us, 3-3, and we win in 7. Moving on to the series with the Golden State Warriors, Kevin Porter Jr., Tyler Hero, Dalen Swain, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Mitchell Robinson. Just by the looks, I think the Mavs had the better team, but the Golden State Warriors win the first, we win the second, we win the third, we win the fourth, and we win in 5. Okay. The Portland Trail Blazers beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 4-1, so this is our chance. Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe, Danny Avdija, Toumani Camara, and Robert Williams III. It looks like we might have a chance. 1-1, 2-1 for us. 3-1, and we win in 5 again. Shea's Western Conference Finals MVP, Bankero Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And this means we're going to meet the Orlando Magic in the finals. Anthony Black, Desmond Bain, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and Dylan Cardwell. Can we win the second chip in 3 years with OKC? We lose the first, we win the second, we win the third, we win the fourth, we lose the fifth, we lose the sixth. And now we have to go in Game 7 and lose after a 3-1 lead. It's unbelievable. Paolo Banchero is Finals MVP. SGA Game 7, 30 points, 12 assists. We have 123 points, 14 assists. Şengün 25 and 9. Good stat lines. But yeah, Banchero, Wagner, both with over 30 points. Dyson Daniels 17. At the end of the day, we won no championship with the Knicks, one with the Thunder. So let's try to win at least 2 with our next team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here we are at the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I guess only Ant and LaMelo will be untouchable here. I'm trying to trade away Jaden McDaniels, so we had a trio in the first 2 teams that was untouchable. We will have only Edwards and Ball here. We're gonna release the 2-way players to free agency. Okay, we're gonna play LaMelo Ball, Dosunmu, Edwards, McDaniels, and Gobert in the starting 5. DiVincenzo, Shannon Jr., Beringer, and Green from the bench. Let's see what we can do until the trade deadline, and then we're gonna do the first trades. At the trade deadline, we're ranked second in our conference with a record of 38 wins and 14 losses. I decided that we do not make a single move in the first season because I think that this team could probably win the championship. In the end, we win 63 games, and I believe we're the first seed in the West. Wemby is MVP, Boozer Rookie of the Year, Rizashi is 6th man, Wemby is also Depoy, Rizashi also Most Improved, Brent Miller Clutch Player of the Year, Chris Finch Coach of the Year, Cameron Hayward is Executive of the Year, and Wemby is NBA Cup MVP. Okay, we made the decision to not make a single trade, and it could be the right one. Going right to the coach's game plan. LaMelo Ball, Ayo Dosunmu, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert, and I think for the playoffs we're gonna play an 8-man rotation. Josh Green is not gonna see any minutes in the playoffs. We're gonna play Shannon Jr. like 20, like 16 minutes, Beringer like 16, DiVincenzo 20 minutes, and then we're gonna play our starting 5 a lot. Playing LaMelo and Ant over 40 minutes, playing McDaniel 36, Gobert 34, and I think that we should be fine with that 8-man rotation. Against the Golden State Warriors, Podziemski, Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, Mamukilashvili, and Kristaps Porzingis. We win the first, we lose the second, we lose the third, we win the fourth, we're 3-2 up, and we win in 6. Against the Blazers, Lillard, Ja Morant, Danny Avdija, John Collins, and Donovan Clingan. No Scoot Henderson in the starting 5. We win the first, we win the second, we lose the third, we lose the fourth, we win the fifth, and we win in 6 again. Now we have to face off against the last team in this challenge we will take on later. It's the San Antonio Spurs, De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Tobias Harris, and Victor Wembanyama. This will be by far the toughest challenge. We win game 1, we lose game 2, we lose game 3, win game 4, win game 5, lose game 6, and have been eliminated in 7. Wemby is Western Conference Finals MVP, Cunningham Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and in the end, the Spurs and Victor Wembanyama win the championship. We're gonna accept our team options, Gobert's gonna accept his player option. Okay, we're gonna give away 2 first-rounders in the future and Rudy Gobert for Darius Acuff and Emmanuel Sharp, so we have a new backup point guard in Acuff. Then we're gonna trade Jaden Clark and Dante DiVincenzo for Alan Graves and Kareem Lopez. We're gonna sign Oliver Maxence Prosper, going to the player progression, seeing Acuff move to an 83, Beringer move to an 79. Okay, so we're gonna give away Terrence Shannon Jr. in a second rounder for Danny Wolf. This means we have Beringer as our new starting 5 center, we have Jaden McDaniels, we have Anthony Edwards, we have the Sunmu, and we have LaMelo Ball. Probably we can trade Acuff and Beringer later on for another center, but now we're gonna see how this team develops until the trade deadline. At the trade deadline, we're conference ranked second. Our record is 36-13, so probably looking at the trades, we're not gonna do a trade at the trade deadline. We win 55 games in the end. Wemby's most valuable player. Meyer is Rookie of the Year. DeJounte Murray, sixth man. Wemby's depoy. Riza Shields most improved again. Anthony Edwards is Clutch Player of the Year. JB Bickerstaff Coach of the Year. Christian Bartlett Executive of the Year. And SGA is NBA Cup MVP. We are the third seed in the West this season. Okay, we're playing LaMelo Ball, Dosunmu, Edwards, McDaniels, and Beringer a lot in the playoffs. We have Akaf, Garza, and Prosper from the bench, moving into our first series against the Dallas Mavericks. We win the first. We have to face off against Cooper Flag for sure and Riza Shields. We lose the second. We lose the third. We win the fourth. We lose the fifth. And we're eliminated in six. Shea is Western Conference Finals MVP. Eastern Conference Finals MVP Kawhi Leonard, and in the end, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins the championship with OKC in the second season. And so we have one more chance to win a championship with the Minnesota Timberwolves to tie up the series with OKC. We accept all our team options. I'm looking at the player progression. The only player that really progressed was Darius Akaf. All the others, except Kareem Lopez, are staying around the same rating. So we have to make a move this season. We're gonna try this one. We're gonna trade the Dosunmu, Akaf, and Jade McDaniels in a second round for Tyler Hero and Jalen Johnson. Okay, we're playing an 8-man rotation during the third season. LaMelo Ball, Tyler Hero, Anthony Edwards, Jalen Johnson, Beringer, Garza, Lopez, and Prosper. Let's see how many wins we can get until the trade deadline. The start is very, very good. At the trade deadline, we're conference rank 3, 33 wins, 16 losses. And probably we have to do another trade. Okay, we're trying Kareem Lopez and John Beringer and 2 first rounders and a second rounder for Lou Dort and Mark Williams. We need a center. This means we're gonna play Ball, Hero, Edwards, Johnson, and Mark Williams, and from the bench, Prosper, Dort, and Garza. Wemby wins the MVP award. Fred Singleton is Rookie of the Year. DeJounte Murray, sixth man. Wemby, depoy. Chucky Hepburn is Most Improved. Anthony Edwards, Clutch Player. Mitch Johnson, Coach of the Year. Aaron Phillips, Executive of the Year. And Cooper Flag, NBA Cup MVP. We will play Ball, Hero, Edwards, Johnson, and Williams a lot in the playoffs again and play 15 minutes on Prosper, Dort, and Garza. First round against OKC, SGA, Amen Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Chet Holmgren, and Isaiah Hartenstein. We win the first, we win the second. We lose the third, we win the fourth, and we win in 5. We then have to face off against the New Orleans Pelicans, Jeremiah Fears, Trey Murphy, Christian Collins, Zion Williamson, and Mitchell Robinson. We lose the first, we lose the second, we win the third, we win the fourth, we lose the fifth, and we have been eliminated in 6 by the New Orleans Pelicans. They move on to the finals with Jeremiah Fears and Eastern Conference Finals MVP Scotty Barnes, and the Pelicans win the championship. We failed to win a championship with the Minnesota Timberwolves, so now there is one more chance with the San Antonio Spurs. We have won championship in 9 years with 3 very, very good teams. This one championship comes from OKC, so let's see if we can get at least 2 more with the Spurs. At the Spurs, we have Wembanyama, Castle, and Dylan Harper as untouchable players. So let's see if we are able to win at least 2 championships in those 3 years with the Spurs. Okay, first of all, we're trading Devin Vassell, Tobias Harris, Jordan McLaughlin, 2 first-round picks and a pick swap for Evan Mobley and Jalen Tyson. Okay, then we'll trade away the Aaron Fox and 4 second-rounders for Gui Santos and Jimmy Butler. We will then bring in Dyson Daniels and Kingston Flemings for Calvin Johnson, Jalen Tyson, and Gui Santos. Then we're gonna trade Luke Cornett, Carter Bryan, and Harris Reed for Tyler Collick and Josh Hart, just because I love Josh Hart as 6th man or 7th man from the bench. Okay, we're gonna trade Harrison Barnes for Kyle Anderson and Elijah Martin. We're gonna trade Julian Champagny and Kyle Anderson and a second rounder for Dylan Cardwell and Malik Monk. which means we're starting in our first season with the San Antonio Spurs with a crazy starting lineup. Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Jimmy Butler, Evan Mobley, Victor Wembanyama, and from the bench, Dyson Daniels, Josh Hart, Malik Monk, and Dylan Cardwell, and Kingston Flemings. We're gonna have a 10-man rotation, and this is just absolutely crazy. At the trade deadline, we're conference ranked second, record 36-16. In the end, we won 59 games, I guess. Jokic is your MVP, Boozer is Rookie of the Year, DeJounte Murray Sixth Man, Victor Wembanyama Defensive Player of the Year, Reza Shea Most Improved, Cunningham Clutch Player, Mitch Johnson 59 wins, Coach of the Year, Nathan Mack 58 wins, Executive of the Year, LaMelo Ball is NBA Cup MVP. We have our first chance of winning the championship with the Spurs. We are the number 1 seed and we have to face off against De'Aaron Fox, Stephen Curry, Moses Moody, Axel Landerberg, and Kristaps Porzingis in the first round. We win the first, we lose the second, we lose the third, we win the fourth, we win the fifth, and we win in sixth. Next game is against Scoot Henderson, Ja Morant, Danny Avdija, Robert Williams III, and Donovan Clingan. I don't know if I would play Robert Williams III at power forward, but okay, we won the first, we won the second, we lost the third, we won the fourth, and we win the fifth. Now we have to play against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Ball, Dosunmu, Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, and Rudy Gobert. We lose the first, we win the second, we lose the third, we win the fourth, we lose the fifth, and we have been eliminated in six. Edwards is Western Conference Finals MVP, Banchero Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and Ant wins the championship with the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Grizzlies get pick 1 and 2. We're gonna accept our team options. We're gonna match the offer for Wembanyama. We're gonna give Butler a new deal he's gonna sign. Harper gonna by 4 in the player progression. Mobley and Castle by 1, so we should be fine, I guess. We're gonna trade Dyson Daniels and Jimmy Butler for Danny Avdija and Drew Holiday. Why? Because I want to try out Danny Avdija. Okay, this means we're playing Harper, Castle, Avdija, Mobley, Wembanyama, and Flemings, Hart, Holiday, Quennens, and Cardwell from the bench. Let's see how we're moving in Season 2. In the end, we won 65 games. Wemby is MVP. We have Nederman, Rookie of the Year. DeJounte Murray, Sixth Man of the Year. Wemby, Depoy, Reed Shepard, Most Improved. Giannis, Clutch Player at the Clippers. Mitch Johnson, Coach of the Year. Phil Tate is Executive of the Year, and Ja Morant is NBA Cup MVP. So we will play Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Avdija, Mobley, Wembanyama, Flemings, Harden, Holiday in the playoffs. Let's see the first round against the New Orleans Pelicans. Fierce, Murray, Bay, Zion Williamson, and Moussa Diabate. We should win that round, and we do in 5. Then we have to face off against Shea, Jared McCain, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and Isaiah Hartenstein. We win the first. We lose the first. We win the second, sorry. We win the third. We lose the fourth. We lose the fifth. We go in game 7, and we have been eliminated again. Shea Western Conference Finals MVP, Jason Tatum Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and Oklahoma City wins the championship with Shea. We're gonna accept all our team options, and Avdija decided to sign with the New Orleans Pelicans. Stephon Castle's offer will be matched by us. Okay, we're gonna trade Kingston Flemings, Jaden Quentons, and 3 first-round picks, or let's say 2, against Nederman and Kasparas Jakučionis. We're gonna play 8-man rotation, Harper, Castle, Drew Holiday, because Danny Avdija left us in the offseason, Mobley, Wembanyama, Jakučionis, and Josh Hart. I hope we can acquire a better small forward at the trade deadline, but let's see. At the trade deadline, we have 42 wins, 8 losses, and this means we're gonna do exactly nothing. We're gonna keep playing with Drew Holiday. We have a Wemby averaging a crazy double-double. We have Harper with 20 points. We have Mobley with 16.1, 7.7. Castle with 16.7. Jakučionis 12.5, 6.8 assists. A good bench player, Nederman 11.24. Yeah. Let's see what will happen. Probably we could try to trade away Josh Hart and Drew Holiday, or let's say LaRavia, and see what we can get out of this. We're doing exactly nothing. We're winning 66 games in the end. Wemby's MVP again. Brent McCoy Rookie of the Year. Jaren Jackson Jr. Sixth Man. Victor Wembanyama Defensive Player of the Year. Young Hansen Most Improved. Kate Cunningham Clutch Player. Mitch Johnson Coach of the Year. Phil Tate Executive of the Year. And Wemby NBA Cup MVP. We won the NBA Cup. Now we have the Minnesota Timberwolves in round 1. LaMelo Ball, Ayo Dosunmu, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, and Adam Boner. We have to beat them, and we will in 4. Second round against the Portland Trailblazers, Scoot Henderson, Shaden Sharp, Dyson Daniels, Tobias Harris, Donovan Clingan. Should be okay. We win in 4. 8-0 this postseason. Next round against the Dallas Mavericks, Ryan Rollins, Zachary Reza, Shea Cooper Flag, Morris Johnson Jr., and Derek Lively. We should also win that round. And we have been eliminated in 7. Cooper Flag is Western Conference Finals MVP with 19 points. Paolo Banchero is Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And in the end, the Dallas Mavericks and Cooper Flag win the championship. We were only able to win a single championship with OKC. We had 12 seasons with 4 of the best teams. And we're going to do this again with more seasons and with different teams probably. Write down in the comments what you think about the series. Let me know your thoughts. We see us in the next video tomorrow. See ya, bye.